All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We have the Tech Whis up next. Definitely the worst out of the two. Also, actually, funny enough, have him at 90%. Kind of weird how they both ended up at the same amount in their dupe system. But yeah, definitely the worst out of the two. But do let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. And we do have him on rotation immediately, actually with the Int Whis, who should be giving out the support as well, and with Int Beerus, so he's actually somewhat fairly linked up. He's starting with a 296k attack stat, 196k defense. They're not bad starting numbers. To be fair, most of his attack and defense will come when attacking. He does get attack and defense plus 120 when attacking naturally. Most of that is coming from the other portion of his passive, and the fact he's also getting support from the Int Whis as well. Kind of really just don't know where they were going with this one. Like, Int God Goku had nothing special about him, but he kind of had the numbers for a sub EZA, and just that was it. Whereas the Whis is kind of be similar, but this is with a bunch of support from Int Whis as well. So I'm not going to really get too hyped up just yet. But Tech Whis is, again, just kind of run-of-the-mill, nothing special. Doesn't really offer the team too much, especially when it comes to Realm of Gods. Like, I wouldn't even consider him an option. Like, there are far better options, like multiple better options compared to him. Especially the Int one, considering at least he supplies support. And you know you're not going to be bringing him for damage output or insane amounts of defense. Like, he's got very, very good support, especially for Realm of Gods and specifically Bond of Bastard Disciples as well. And then, of course, has the dodge chance built in on top of that. So at least he has that. This Whis is raising attack on super by 30% for one turn and causing supreme damage to the enemy and lowering their attack. As I already said, it gets 120% attack and defense when attacking, so it doesn't even have to be on super, but of course you're going to want to anyway. Attacked enemies defense, attack and defense is minus 20%, and also has a great chance, which is a 70% chance of stunning the attacked enemy. Of course, good way you can utilize it. This Whis, as I said, doesn't have much to offer, but offer that alone with okay numbers for a sub EZA, he could do somewhat well if that 70% chance to stun is popping more often than not in like an ESBR run. Other than that, as I said, it's not looking too great for him. So without all the support, he does have a 224k attack stat and 171k pre-super on defense. And what is he putting out without the support from Int Whis? 5 mil. For a sub EZA, 5 mil is actually okay. That's quite alright. But considering he doesn't raise defense on super, without the support, his defense, which is under 200k, isn't budging. So defensively, not great at all. For a sub EZA, defense is quite meh, but overall his defense is quite bad. Attack-wise, as I said, he's putting out some okay numbers for a sub EZA, but other than that, really doesn't offer anything else to the team. And unfortunately, that just makes him not very good. Like, you could have even give this guy support as well and have both the Whis' support. At least he would have had something else to offer and something more to offer. Especially with that 70% chance to stun an enemy, where you can utilize it, especially in like ESBR, where that's incredibly useful. So at least he could add okay damage output for a sub EZA, support and stun. That actually would have been a pretty alright combination in my opinion. But other than that, yeah, nothing special to say about this guy. I said, on a similar level to Int God Goku, where there are so many better options that can offer more to the team build than this guy can, which his Int counterpart literally does tenfold. But he's also getting an additional attack and defense plus 60% per Realm of Gods category allow attacking in the same turn, just like the Tech one, and the entire team is literally Realm of Gods, so we don't have to worry about that. And then he's also getting an additional attack and defense plus 60% plus for per Bond of Master Disciple category ally, attacking in the same turn as well. So he does get a decent bundle of attack and defense plus 60% when you're running a full rotation of course, him, another Beerus or Whis, and another Beerus or Whis. Which, of course, because of the EZA LR Beerus and Whis, you can do Int Beerus' EZA. You can set that up quite fine. However, they have their ceiling. Apart from LR Beerus and Whis and the Int Whis, this guy and the Int Beerus, of course, they do have their ceiling, but at least they are somewhat viable and usable now in other harder content in the game, as I mentioned before, like burst mode and ESBR and things like that. But I mean, all it is pretty much decent numbers. That's pretty much all it's going to be. And then at least you can double that up, I guess. As I said, when you're running Realm of Gods and Bond of Master and Disciple, and you can get both the attack and defense plus 60% twice over because of the new EZAs that just come out, you could have a rotation of LR Beerus and Whis, him, and the Int Whis. The only thing is, this guy doesn't go in slot 1. Even in ESBR, it just the event hits too hard, so you definitely want him in slot 1. But, I mean, it's a possibility, because at least, as I said, you can have 2 Realm of Gods category allies because of LR Beerus and Whis and Int Whis. Then you can have a Bond of Master and Disciple category ally as well in both of them, because they both fall under both categories. And you could also have Int Whis' support, which is all allies key plus 3, attack and defense plus 30%, and the Realm of Gods and Bond of Master and Disciple support, which is the extra 10% and crit chance plus 10%. So in terms of like doubling that up, it works out very good numbers for the TEQ Whis. There's an actual kind of functioning rotation. Not great for ESBR unless you're going to rely on the Int Whis being on rotation and relying on him to dodge, which could happen more often than not. LR Beerus and Whis is fine because of how much defense they'll have post super and also their dodge chance and the amount of damage they can actually do, especially with the support from Int Whis as well. TEQ Whis, however, you don't want anywhere near slot 1. No damage reduction, no guard, no dodge, nothing. Just like, I mean, we have the rotation now. He starts with 196k defense with the support at the start of turn. In ESBR nowadays, nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. Even with the extra 120% attack and defense when attacking, it's just not enough nowadays. So in terms of where this guy is going to be viable, I mean, you're probably looking at, I mean, he could work in ESBR. You would just want him away from danger as much as possible. So realistically a slot 2, but mainly a slot 3, because as I said, there are much better options you can run. But a 5.7.5 million attack stat for a sub EZA is pretty good. Big crit chance. But that's when you got that rotation doubled up, where you got Realm of Gods category allies, Bond of Master and Disciple category allies, and those 2 units being LR Beerus and Whis and Int Whis double up on both them categories, and you have all that support from Int Whis as well. So it works well. There's an actual functioning rotation, not one you're really going to be running unless you're doing like Clash, which I guess, or maybe Burst mode, just because it doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as ESBR, let alone Red Zone. But I mean, as kind of like a standard run-of-the-mill EZA, especially sub-EZA, he's alright. As an EZA overall, I said, just like Int God Goku, nothing special, nothing really to offer the team apart from numbers, which are alright. But there are far better options to be taken over this guy, I said, including his Int counterpart, who has the support and dodge chance, which you can utilize a lot better compared to this guy. So it's unfortunate they decided to do the most basic and bare minimum of a few of these EZAs, including my boy Rage Vegeta. Like, they could have just been so much more, like just add a little bit extra. But for what he does and what he's good at, he's actually not bad. He's actually quite solid. But yeah, nothing too special. But do let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And push.